I'm someone that's easy, mellow, and humble. So my experiences are going to be very different from someone who has experienced hate. But what I find is that a lot of the hate comes from females on this job who are selling.
Dayroom.
No, doesn't matter because I have a great smile. I do my Kegels daily.
You're we back at it again, coming from NYC. You got Dayroom Daily.
We're back.
You know what I'm saying? In the background, we got MacD NYC, as always, you know, the mastermind behind this. Right next to him, we got his partner in crime, La Patica, because you know his left fucked up.
Okay.
On your left side of the screen, you're going to have Adonis without the creed, always on the show. You
Man, he's
know
still
what it
calling you
is.
fat out here? Telling you lost weight since the last time.
On top of that, you already know what it is. Your boy Chulo, a.k.a. Poppy. We here. We in this again. And today, we got a very, very special guest. This guest is a very special guest from the three of us. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Nah, introduce her. You got the
Everybody
sexy,
could know who she is.
The sexiest
She is the sexiest
of the mix. We
brown
go with the booty.
in corrections. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi.
We got
Names, so
we,
everybody knows
we got
what's going on.
KB.
Sexiest with the booty. I don't.
KB.
Wait, I don't know what we call it.
You
We
know, you know.
We got KB here today. KB.
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 Sexy KB.
KB.
We gotta put sexy in front of that.
Say
If you don't
that.
put sexy in front of that, then you ain't putting it. You ain't saying it right.
So on top of that, reason why she's a very special guest is because this is our first time having an old timer
Yeah.
in corrections on the job. Somebody that been in corrections and have retired from corrections. So give
We
it up
got
for her.
we got a
You know what I'm
retiree.
saying? She retired from corrections. She did her thing. How many years you had on the job?
I left at 15.
15 years on the job. Look at that. So you
And we
ready?
still gonna keep it classy.
And we gonna keep it classy just
Cause,
for
we still gonna keep it classy. We're not gonna. The edit button will be in full effect this episode.
All right.
yes, because she has a lot to say. There was a lot going on doing behind the scenes. There was a lot going on, but we gonna edit everything out and keep it going. So, as always, the first question we ask when it comes to somebody new on the show.
Wait, did you
is-
introduce yourself?
Yeah, I did, bro. Of course. What you mean?
He
Come on,
did,
man. Chulo, aka Poppy. You already know what it is. There you go.
Don't.
But
think
anyways,
I get butt ass naked behind this
first-
camera. Ain't no cameras over there.
So first question on the show when we have somebody new is the same question you always ask is why did you join corrections?
No. Remember, we started with the whatchamacallit now. We always got to give officer appreciation. She has to name an officer that she appreciated.
Okay, you
That's
guys
how we
do-
start off. Every episode, we're going to start off with officer
Officer appre-
appreciation.
alright, I got
And by
it.
the middle of the episode, we got to throw officer down the stairs. We got to on the pack up. That was what it was the last one. We got to have an officer that's on the pack up.
Say that. Okay, so Officer Appreciation Day. Name any officer, old timer, new, whatever you want to do.
Somebody who just impacted you.
Coming from Rikers, Officer Mustafa, hands down, broke me in on the job, was instrumental in
What's this? I'm sorry. Say the name again.
Mustafa.
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 Yes.
Male or female?
Shout out to
Male.
Officer
Shout out
Mustafa
to us,
C73.
from C73.
30 years, retired.
30 years retired.
Make sure her mic is on. She was just loud as fuck.
It's on, it's
All right,
on.
we good. We gonna get it.
So hands down.
Wait, what
yes.
happened with your voice?
What happened?
All right, put the mic in between your legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so you want to start over
Oh,
there?
yeah, no. But this is hard to get that one over there. That's all right. I told him we don't know the next.
Y'all want to start over there?
Nah. Just from Officer Mustard, we got the audio, but it's not as loud as we wanted it.
I bet.
Mus is hands down one of the best officers I've ever worked with in my entire career.
That's it? That's all you
Had
got?
so much to say.
I thought it was.
She got quiet real
I thought
quick.
you had
when
more
them
to
cameras
say.
came on.
All right.
Wait.
Alright.
Why? What made him?
Yeah, you
what
know.
made him such the officer? Like,
He was the go-to. He was a person that everybody went to, whether you had a personal problem, a professional problem. Like, he was just that guy. He was the person that always dropped a jewel on you and helped you get yourself back together again and keep going on with the day.
Okay. All right, I could. All right. So shout out to Officer Mustafa.
Mustafa.
Shout out to him.
Wait, what building? You ain't.
73.
She
I
said
said
73.
She said it, bro.
Yeah.
But wait, can I do a second person?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I love Rodan. I love
Oh,
Rodan.
there you go. Shout
I
out.
need to give a shout out to Officer Rodan.
Shout out to
MDC.
Officer Rodan.
He was my favorite human being. I think he is like an incredible human being, a perfect person. He was incredible to work with. He always had your back. He always like brought snacks and something to drink, and he always looked out for you. And like he just to me was like my favorite person.
He got Officer of the Week.
Yeah,
Ever.
that was episode
Ever.
7. That was like episode 7, I think,
He
right?
got Officer
I
of the Week.
love
Yeah.
Because he
Rodan.
also got it before, and wasn't included. So
Okay.
'cause
Yeah.
Anybody who works with
So that goes to show you
And
like
wait,
his impact.
I'm gonna let you know he's a Lower East Sider. Just throwing
Yes,
that out
he's
there.
an LES.
Yes,
Yes.
he's a
So Rodan, if you've seen this, we gotta get you on
Miguel,
the
we
show.
love you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See, like she came alive, right? That shit started peaking.
Yeah, we gotta get you on the show, Rodan.
Yes.
So okay.
He's a great like person.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
He is.
His intention is good. He means well. He's not doing something to get something back in return. He's always himself. He's a great person.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. You
Rodan.
go ahead. You wanna shout
You got
somebody
another
out?
Officer of the Week. I'm only.
Oh wait, I want one more.
All right, go for it.
Can we do Officer K. Harrison, the delegate at MDC?
Facts.
Wait.
Woo!
You know what, I'm tight because he was my next up. No, he was my second to next up. I got two. I got one. I had one in front of him.
Well,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
give
clap
it to
this
him.
out. Clap this out and leave him.
No. Go ahead.
Nah,
go ahead.
we gonna throw
Fuck
him in
that.
there,
We giving
yeah.
everybody- if-
I
shout
want
out
to
to
give
shout out
it
flowers
to
right now. They gonna get
Officer
their flowers right now.
Kenneth
I agree with that. I agree with him right
Harrison,
there.
the
K.
delegate
Harrison.
at MDC. He is absolutely incredible. He is a fighter for the people. He is for the membership. He is about the rights of the membership.
Before he was
is
a
actively
delegate.
pursuing everything that benefits the officer. He is well read. He does what he needs to do to represent the officer when they have their hearings. He is actually very successful when he has his hearings.
Yes.
I think he is an
no,
excellent
he
officer.
also-
I think he is someone who should
on
be
mute.
commended. And I think that he goes above and beyond. And we should celebrate and clap one time for Officer K. Harrison at MDC.
All right.
Yeah, I wanna add on that. I'm no longer in corrections, but he did help me out with a situation I had going on where I work at. So shout out to K. Harrison, man.
There you
Yeah.
go,
I
baby.
appreciate you, bro.
He will. He takes the time. He takes the time out. He's second in my line for Officer of the Week. When I get back on the camera, he's second in line for it.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
shout out.
I don't know. Y'all shout out what? 2 people already?
No, well,
Nah, it was 3.
put it like this:
Wanna-
I'm only giving Officer of the Week to new members. But if you ever have somebody that you want to throw a praise out to, I'm never gonna stop that.
All right. So real quick, and she said, "Mac, make sure you don't take this out. This is coming from her.
See, now you asking for a lot.
Look, this is her words.
That
This
means
is
she
her
coming on
words.
the show then.
She wants to. That's why we
Okay.
we gotta set this up on the day that
Yeah,
she's off.
No problem.
Okay.
So she said, tell Mac to make sure he don't cut this out. So my officer of the week is going to be Cassis.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
My officer of the week. My
First and foremost, that woman is the first person who taught me anything correct.
I love Cassis. You better
I
give her
would
time.
never say
I
anything
love
bad
her.
about this
She's a
woman
beautiful person.
because I don't have anything bad to say about her.
Yes, she's a
I
very
seen
good
a man,
officer.
I seen a grown man, when I first started, I seen a grown man walk off post and say, yo, I'm gonna take meal. While inmates was out, and she walked on that floor and put these inmates in. She was in the bubble. And I said, yo, she was like, just wait. She's Haitian, she got this thick ass accent, this thick ass accent. And she was like, just wait. And I was like, yo, I'm waiting to fight because I didn't know any better. I was new.
Uh-huh.
She put both of the motherfucking inmates while the officer that was on her floor went to take a meal. It was crazy for me because I'd never seen that. I just got there.
Cassis goes above and
She do,
beyond.
she do.
She does her job well. She knows her job. And she is like, to me, I call her true blue. She is what you want in an
She's the
officer,
definition
in a
of it.
partner. She is who you want by your side.
She is the
Yes.
definition of
If
it.
she is the definition
I
of
wanna
true
add
blue.
to that. I want to add to that real quick. Cassis is a real good officer. She held it down for me when I was doing doubles and triples,
Nice.
coming up with food so I could eat.
Nice.
She will
After,
feed you. She
you
will.
know,
She became the
yeah.
motherly figure.
Yeah, so she was like the mother to everybody in corrections.
Nice.
All right.
I really appreciate her. I got nothing but love for her.
Anybody who knows me knows I'm a dog. I'm going after damn near every female like it's a bone, right?
And she wasn't one of them.
She separated herself automatically and became a motherly figure. Like I could never look at her in a situation like that. She's a gorgeous woman, but I just never looked at her like that. Cause you that ass. It's just different.
You like to
Yeah.
hear that-
So
that
for
whole
sure,
word.
definitely, we're gonna start the segment. But I definitely want to shout out Officer Cassis.
Cassis!
Amazing officer. Round of applause for her. So yeah, she talks very highly about Mac. First off,
We work together.
I was just with
Showed me the
her
ropes.
yesterday, and she was talking so highly of this
She
man,
showed me the
so
ropes.
highly of
Like, I
him.
could never. It fucked it up because I was like, she's a very attractive woman, and it fucked it up for me
Yes.
because I could never see her as like that.
Uh-huh.
She became like the mother figure, and I was like, God damn! And in my head, I'm like, this some bullshit. Right?
So yes, all right, Cassis, shout out to you. So
No. You know where we go from there?
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody's
We gotta throw somebody down the stairs. We
Somebody-
need a bozo moment of the week.
a bozo
It doesn't
moment
have
of
to
the
be
week.
yours, but we need a bozo moment of the week.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna give a bozo moment for me again.
Are you pussy? You don't want to say
My
no.
son,
I don't want no-
he had a lot of Bozo moments.
I don't want I don't want no beef with nobody. A bozo moment that I had was there was a house that had I don't know what they did, and they were locked in. They were supposed to be locked in for the whole day, but no, it was the whole building on a what they used to call it?
TSO.
TSO. It was the whole building on the TSO when they
hold on.
used to do this.
Hold on.
You
Lady
gotta
J is
explain
not here
TSO,
tonight.
bro.
Lady
Yeah,
J is not here tonight.
You gotta explain TSO for everybody that's watching.
AKA the
Tactical
whole.
search operation.
Yeah, but AKA the whole building is locked down. Nobody's supposed to be out of their cells. Nobody's supposed to be making any movements.
So meaning every inmate that's in the building has to be inside their cell by themselves. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
It's just what it is. Because you never know when they were coming to your house, and you don't want to be the officer with the inmates out.
Correct. So yes, this was the whole building was on a TSO, and I'm like, I was stuck on overtime, and I'm like, oh, this is about to be the best day of my life.
TSOs were good days for certain people, the worst for other people.
True.
In GR, it was the worst because you had every inmate trying to figure a way to get out their cell.
Yeah, me,
Thanks.
I was what the inmates would call a bozo officer, because yeah, all y'all not coming out one at a time, and then if one's sticking up the floor,
Nobody else is coming
nobody
out.
else ain't coming out. So, but I could explain my bozo moments, quote unquote bozo moments, because like I said, I feel like everyone has a bozo moment here and there. You're human, make mistakes, whatever you want to call it. This wasn't a mistake though. This was some I did this on purpose, but
You was
So
just a bozo because you was a bozo?
yeah, I was
All
just a
right, go
bozo.
ahead,
Yeah.
All right, so,
So
matter of
I was-
fact, to piggyback off that,
Wait, you got a bozo moment?
yeah,
You
bro.
want
wait,
to
wait.
go first, or you want him to go?
Wait, no, let me finish.
Oh, he finished.
No,
No, he never even said his bozo moment.
So yeah, let me hurry up. So
Yeah, you mad long. Niggas say, yo,
There was
it
a
just takes
poster-
forever to get to the point. And
There
they
was-
say, I keep cutting you off.
they were supposed
No, go.
they were supposed to lock out. No. So they were on TSO, and 3 hours into the tour, the shift, they called every housing area and said, "All right, that's it. They could come out." I ain't let them out until 6 hours.
That's what you're supposed to do.
First of all, that wasn't a bozo moment.
That wasn't a Bozo moment.
That was called outstanding.
That sounds like an ingenious
Yeah.
answer.
That's
No,
like
hold on.
outstanding.
The reason why I call it a bozo moment because, like I said, although officer might not think of it as a bozo moment, an inmate might have thought of it as a bozo moment.
Okay, I see what you- I see what
you're saying.
Can I
Tell
chime
me
in for
I'm
a
a
minute?
bozo.
I had a bozo moment.
Go ahead.
So I go to do a meal relief. I'm in 73. I go to do a meal relief. I go to relieve the officer.
Hold on. We got a new follower just now. Shout out, because she's kind of sexy.
And
Continue.
She says to me, "Damn, I hate that nigga is doing you like that." And I said, "Doing me like what? Like, what are you talking about?" And she was like, "H, I feel so bad that this person that you've been with, like, he's doing you like that." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "You know how your man comes in on a 9 to 5 on an overnight to do overtime, and he signs the books for the captain, you know he's fucking her.
Oh.
And I felt like a fucking bozo because I didn't know. My man was doing overtime while he was fucking the captain.
Wait, your man or?
The man I was with, the man that was living in my home with me, yes, my whole man.
He cheated on you?
He was fucking the captain,
Girl.
but was getting paid overtime.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Hold
Wasn't
on.
we just talking about
We-
something
'cause
like
we-
this?
It didn't make the cut.
Oh, it didn't make the cut.
It didn't make
Yeah,
the cut.
that's
I don't know if it's gonna
crazy.
make the cut. 'Cause
That's a
I was-
bozo moment.
I was just, I told them a story about how a captain was talking to her man,
Okay.
right? Her man.
Right.
I got quotes up, people, because y'all can't see me. But she told him we can go home and fuck in her bed because she's doing overtime.
Right.
Wow.
She
Right.
stuck the other person so
Right.
that they could go and fuck.
Like, and this is my dude. Like,
Wait.
Oh my God.
So you are a bozo.
I'm a bozo.
I'll give you that bozo. I'll
You gotta give me that.
That's a bozo moment.
That's
Yo,
fucked
that's
up.
crazy.
I'll let that
There you
title
go.
fucked up, but I'll let that,
It is fucked up, man.
I'll
And
let that
that,
title flow.
that motherfucker bugging for that, but it is fucked
What
up.
was
so.
it? No, he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was fucking the captain.
Alright.
But he was getting
But-
paid to do it on top of it for overtime.
That's how you supposed
So
to move.
that means he really was winning.
That
right?
that that's
don't
some
understand.
that's some easy overtime.
Dogs. I always, like I
Wow.
said, I always wanted to fuck my way to the top.
Really?
If I could, I would have fucked my way to the top. And I would have fucked my if me get a slut much me the time of day, nigga.
Nah, my man is.
If
You done
Wow.
fuck Mike Tyson?
I would have definitely fucked Mike Tyson.
Wow.
The female Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Bugging for that.
That pussy got to be good. First of all.
Okay, because
'Cause
it's not
nobody else
used.
is in
Because
it.
it's not
Beat it up.
used.
Yeah, nigga, that's the golden pussy. When
Right.
golden pussy is the pussy.
Nobody's hitting that, right?
Alright. So my bozo moment to piggyback off of what Adonis was saying with the TSO
Hold on. She was a beautiful woman.
I think I
shit. Heard you.
Just manly-ish.
got winner title.
So my bozo moment, just to piggyback off of what he said, TSO. I didn't know what it was when I first came out. And
You don't know. You don't know until it happens.
Yeah, you don't know till it happens. At this day and age, you don't know
I'm
until
sorry,
it
they don't
happens.
prepare you guys for a tactical search operation. They don't
No.
tell
The
you.
academy. they
I
don't
didn't.
tell
I
you
didn't know
something.
anything about that.
The
I didn't
academy
know
was
nothing about
the
TSO.
academy was trash. The academy doesn't teach you shit about shit. The realest shit I heard in the academy was when this hugger thug shit is over, you got to be able to prepare and be able to fight. That was the one thing I took from the academy. They
Okay.
told me a lot of black and white with the paperwork. They never
Okay.
said tactical search.
They
Okay.
never said any of that,
Happens.
right?
We didn't know that happened.
So on top of that, I didn't know what TSO was, and on the midnight, everybody always prank called each other. So you getting a phone call like, "Oh, let all the inmates out at fucking 3 a.m."
No. Midnight
what I'm
wreck.
saying?
That was midnight wreck.
Midnight
Oh,
wreck.
remember they would
That's
call
what
you
I'm
be like,
saying.
This is midnight wreck.
Yeah.
Run
So
your
they-
house. Run your house.
Yeah, so they call you on the midnight. You know, motherfuckers is like half asleep.
3 a.m.
They call you in the midnight, 3 a.m. Yo, let all the inmates out. They going to wreck. You know what I'm saying? I never felt for that part. I just felt for the, it's TSO when 6, was it? Lockout was like five in the morning. When 5 in the morning hit, that means you lock everybody out. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is TSO? I never heard of that, so I'm like, all right, whatever.
But on
I
TSO, they don't
complete-
lock out.
I completely ignored that shit, and I let my whole house out. And then I get another phone call. Yo, why your house is out? They
'Cause the
supposed to be
cameras is on. The
locked
cameras
in.
is watching you.
Exactly, cameras is watching.
Right.
Big brothers
That's,
walking.
that's another thing that we're going to get into. We're going to get into the cameras today. But cameras is watching. So I'm like, yo, I don't know. It's 5 o'clock. I'm letting everybody out. They're like, no, it's TSO. What's TSO? How you don't know what TSO? You just came out the academy. All this other bullshit they throw at you. Listen, I didn't learn what TSO was in the academy, so it's whatever. So I end up putting everybody in. And then I follow the inmates. The inmates say, oh, nah, 2 of us could stay out because we cleaning. I said, no problem. Next thing you know, the search team come up and the captain just straight start yelling, yo, why 2 people out? I said, because they told me 2 people could stay out. I don't know what's going on. This is basically my...
First time. Your first
my,
TSO.
yeah, my first TSO, and it's like my 3rd day on the job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got you
And
good.
they got me good. And after that, I say, yo, fuck all y'all. Y'all all going inside. The next day, I let everybody I didn't lock nobody out till I got relief from post, bro.
Facts. Wait. On that note, I want to give Fig a shout out because look, the motherfuckers fought on his post on a Monday. Then they fought again on a Tuesday.
Damn.
On a Wednesday, the motherfucker kept everybody locked in, and Ted, the building was TSO'd.
I was just talking to him today too.
That's the thing. Once you know what it is, you can take advantage
Yo,
of the system.
But he took.
And that's how you beat the system.
That was one of them. He's Haitian, right? That's one of them Haitian
Yeah.
brothers that
Yeah.
just
talking about Haitian dude.
he did not give a fuck, and you need those people around you. So Fig was like, nah, y'all niggas ain't coming out tonight. And I remember picking up somebody from court from his housing area one morning. I said, yo, why everybody still locked in? He said, they not coming out tonight. I mean, they're not coming out in the morning. He's like, they're not coming out this morning. And I had so much appreciation for that man after that. Like, yo, he shut down the housing area and told them they couldn't come out. Shout out to Fig. Yeah, we're going to give a shout out to Fig.
I talked to him today.
I'm mad that he left, but
gonna
he's
try
trying
to
to
get him
bigger and better things. He's making way more money now.
Matter of fact, the way that motherfucker retired was the funniest way, and Adonis followed his footsteps.
No.
Shout out-
I talked
shout
to him
out to
today.
that,
So the reason why I didn't want to say it how he left because I talked to him today. I'm like, yo, you got to come on and tell the story because you did it.
Wait, Fig is always going to go.
So he said he gonna figure out a day and he gonna come up.
And I remember looking at Fig, and the first thing I thought about when I saw Fig, right, the first time I ever met that man, I thought about Stefan from the Steve Urkel. Like, when he transformed.
Yo, now that you said that shit,
Yeah, nigga, I
Yo.
thought Stefan, my nigga. Once he stepped into the machine, he turned into Stefan. Fig did not. Yo, he reminded me of this man so much.
Can we do a shout out?
Can you?
Yeah.
That ass says yes.
I want to just say that I love working with all of you.
thank you. I appreciate
Like-
that.
Wait. You do realize what a mic is?
I
Right?
left
All right.
Rikers Island after 12 years and coming to MDC, everybody was like, it's the worst mistake of your career. Like, why would you go there? It's the worst. And when I got there, I felt like I was back in 73. And if you know the history of 73, 73 is like a well-oiled machine. It's a family. Like, it works. When I got to MDC, I felt like I was in a family. You all worked so well. You're talking about from intake to the clinic, dealing with the new admissions, to housing the inmates, to like, I took to you. That's a big thing with people with time versus people that don't have time. When I got to MDC, I had people who were like, but I'm still on probation, or I just got off probation, or I only have 3 years on the job. And to me, like McLaughlin, I didn't know McLaughlin didn't have that much time. Like, I didn't realize I had so much time over you.
Mac the NYC.
But Mac, the way that intake, like when I would get stuck on overtime or if I would have to work in the clinic, and let me just shout out Ortiz. Ortiz, who to me was one of the best officers that I've ever worked with, who ran that clinic like it was like I said, like a well-oiled machine, would say, okay, we have to work hand in hand with intake. And intake, you guys on the midnight were getting stuck for the 7 to 3. And when I say that the way we were moving these bodies, I don't know. You guys are just
Everything just flows.
can I just give a shout out to MDC
So
too?
shout out to MDC.
Because a lot of times I find that new officers, and when I say new, let's be clear, new is defined as anything under 10 years. You're not tenured. You all operated to me as if I was in a facility of people that had time, that had tenure. You got the job done. You knew where inmates were supposed to go, where they were supposed to be housed. You understood the mechanics of how intake should operate to the housing area. I can honestly say that all of you, to me, were like, it felt familiar.
That's what I like.
And
to
I
hear.
think that that's the reason why I gravitated so much toward your group, because I was like, damn, this feels like home. This feels like something that I already know. And as somebody with time, I didn't understand the hate that you guys were getting from the courts. I didn't understand the hate that you guys were getting from senior staff that were saying like, oh, these people don't even have 2-3 years on the job. Yeah, but they're doing the damn thing and they're getting it done. And not only were you getting it done, but there was like no controversy behind it. Like you may have had a use that may have, resulted in a suspension, or you may have had a use that was controversial, but it was one. It wasn't multiple. You guys were actually doing your job, doing it well, housing these inmates, working with the clinic, getting them done within that 24-hour clock of the new admission process.
Put it like this: when I got there, I didn't even know there was a 24-hour clock.
Oh, no, you
until they
didn't?
reset the shit.
So, yeah, so, like,
And when
so
I found
you have
out,
to understand that somebody that has been on
old
the
school
island-
corrections.
Right, so when
24
you
hours.
go into high times is anything that's 17, 18, 19 hours. You don't want an inmate to go into high times.
24, they get
within
paid.
that 24-hour clock.
They get paid.
And you guys were literally getting these guys moved. I just want to commend you. I literally felt like I was at home. And that's what made me, I think, gravitate toward your group.
That's what's
Because
up.
the girls in intake, let's shout out to Soul, to Ortiz. Who else was in the clinic?
Evans, Bonaparte.
Oh, I love Bonaparte.
Clinic and
Gordon.
Evans,
everything
like,
worked.
yes.
was it?
Y'all already heard? Shout out to MDC in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially the midnights that got
Lamson,
stuck
you just
for
bring up
Yes,
Lamson.
yes.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
between intake and clinic,
Midnights
you
becoming
guys had great
7 to 3.
captain. You had a great captain.
Hewitt.
Yes.
A lot of people. Shout out to all y'all. We really
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. We trying to get all y'all
So
on
when
the
I
show
came in,
one by one.
when I came in, it
Hold on.
just felt like
Dayroom.
All right, so KB, what or
Sexy
who
KB.
made you get into corrections, or what was the reason behind you joining corrections?
at the time, my ex-husband, he started in 2005, and he said he thought it would be a good move financially.
Okay.
So
So-
financially,
So you came in money-wise.
money-wise, that was it.
All right,
There was
it's
no
not
other
wrong.
reason.
Nothing
Okay.
wrong with that.
So besides that, you was in NYPD before. you got
Correct.
to
And then I
corrections.
transitioned over to corrections.
How many years you had at NYPD?
Oh, 5?
5 years at
Oh, wow,
NYPD.
okay.
Yes.
So when you transferred over to corrections, were you at, assuming, when NYPD hits like top pay and all that, it takes
I hadn't
5
hit
years?
it just yet.
Okay, so once you transferred over, you had to wait how much till you hit top pay?
I think 3 years.
3 years?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was a different time.
Okay.
It was-
So,
it was a different
you see
time, that's
How,
what I'm saying.
you see how, like, now with NICERs, they consider, like, if you were in school safety,
Yeah,
if
okay,
you
I
were
see what you're
in
saying
other
now.
city agencies,
Okay,
they
uh-huh.
let you take that time
Like
with
traffic
you.
or
It
something
wasn't
like
like that
that.
at that
Yeah.
time.
Uh-huh.
Not when I came on.
So, like 2005, you said, right?
He came on in 2005,
What year you came on?
2008.
So prior to 2008, about 2008, that's when everything did transfer over. You basically had to wait another 3 years.
Correct.
So you could hit the top 8.
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Wait, so a man brought you into
I was
corrections?
vested by my 5th year.
But a man brought you into corrections.
That is my husband.
Your husband
My
was-
legal
Ex-husband.
binding husband
Your
at that
legal
time.
Ex-husband brought you into corrections.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What kept you?
Yeah, because you did say ex-husband. So assuming while y'all was at corrections,
The-
y'all separated?
Yeah, the question was you just asked was what kept you, right?
Yeah, what kept her
Yeah,
in corrections?
I'm gonna say money.
For
You said money?
Money.
You can't say that because money didn't start coming until later on.
yeah, so what like
It's
what?
a different time period, though.
It was a different time frame.
Yeah, the time period,
Yeah,
the
but-
money wasn't
but-
there.
Different. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
But Mac,
Wait,
I
What was the max
getting
pay when you,
stuck.
what was the max pay then?
I don't remember, but I
It
do
was-
know
it
I was
was-
getting stuck 4 out of 4.
Oh, you know what? Money
Let's
is
be
still a play
clear.
because the
Money's in
overtime.
play.
You're
I
right.
was getting stuck
Yeah.
4 out of 4.
Because at the end of the day, when it comes to corrections, back in the days and now is completely different.
Completely different.
Back in the days, everything was a lot cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Now everything's expensive.
And you made a lot of money because of the overtime. You always make money in
Exactly.
corrections because of the overtime.
The
Corrections,
overtime
that's
was
what corrections known for,
insane.
the overtime.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Now, I got a question for you.
Okay.
How was it being of a mixed race in corrections? Because you said you were a halfie. We don't know what the halves are. If you want to say what they are, you can say what they are. You don't have to. But I just
German
want to
and
let.
African American.
German, African.
I would put a
Yeah.
baby in that.
German, African American.
I'm not editing that too, so just throwing that out.
All
there.
right, so you picked up a lot of officers, right? So you yourself, as you got time on the job,
Okay.
were you ever, I don't want to say mother figure, but were you ever like that OG officer
Yes.
for an officer? And who, and
What-
if you can shout them out, like who?
Wait. Do you have any
Yeah, like who were
do
you?
you
the
have
OG
any
for?
do you have any DOC children?
I would say that when I got to MDC is when I felt like
You were like an OG.
I was an OG and I was motherly.
Okay.
And the crew that I was with, I felt like not only were they a part of my clique, but I also felt like the mother part of me. Yes.
Like you could
that
teach them
nurturing,
something.
that teaching, that dropping jewels on them.
Okay.
I will
Yes.
say this: I've always seen you as a little Miss Gus, so you've never been a mother
Why?
figure to me.
I want to know why.
Because you've never been a mother figure to me. You ever tried to tell me some motherly shit? Because if you have, I might have misconstrued.
That's how you look like. That's not motherly.
Yo, listen,
Okay.
You do. Hold on. Somebody clap. My nigga. Why y'all niggas ain't clapping?
I'm just trying
Because
to.
I'm the type of nigga that let everything fly.
No, I would let that fly. I'm gonna let that fly.
As
But,
long as my face no on the camera, I let the shit flow.
but what it is you can't say that to me because I want to suck a titty. But that's
All right,
not,
let's get back
Bro,
on track. Let's get
but
back on
this-
track.
At the end of the day, bro,
Let's get
that's,
back on
that's
track.
you.
Let's
You
get
know what
back
I'm
on-
saying? That's you. You feel me?
All
But
right.
We gotta stay on the shit, bro.
Adonis, this is
All
up to you, my
Let's
nigga.
get back on track. All right. So, all right, moving on. So my next
No. Keep it where it was.
Oh,
She didn't
okay.
answer it.
Oh yeah. So you said by the time you got to MDC, that's when you felt like you were kind of like an OG to.
I did.
officers.
I came into MDC. I was assigned to one area. I didn't want to go to that area. I ended up being able to go to the clinic.
Okay.
And when I got to the clinic, I just felt like everybody in that clinic, they just needed somebody with a little bit more tenure, a little bit more time.
You
to
were
kind
sorry to cut you off. You
So
were
it
working like the
was a
7.
time
You were working the 7 to 3, right?
7 to 3.
Okay. So yeah. So most of those officers in the clinic at that
Correct.
time had like less than 5 years on
They
the
had
job.
about maybe 2.
Yeah.
You had the other
So-
half.
or three.
In there.
So
you
you
had the
feel
other
like-
half in there that I
Yes.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, government, that's not what
So
it is.
you feel like throughout your experience in corrections, since you had more time than all these other
Wait,
officers,
answer that. Ask
feel
that
like-
question. Ask that question again right now. Give me 1 second. You was in there with. We just.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot. Why again?
All right. Moving on. So
Until you would have had a charge.
So based off what Adonis just said, do you feel like your time is what gave you the experience to educate all these other officers? That
As
was on?
someone that worked in the clinic in C73, and I have worked there for almost 3 years.
Hold on, C73 is a different building. compared
GMDC,
to-
right?
It's GMDC. It's different compared to MDC, which is Manhattan Detention Complex.
Shout out to my man Leak Love because that's where his career started.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
I feel like that gave me definitely the upper hand to be able to help the young ladies that were in that clinic do better than what they were doing. But let me just say this. I worked with phenomenal officers in that clinic. Between the clinic and the intake, I felt like they were cohesive.
uh-huh.
They worked hand in hand and worked together. They called each other on the phone. You didn't have unnecessary mess. You know what I mean? A body was ran when a body was needed.
Uh-huh.
okay.
And I felt like
So
that was
a body, I don't want to cut you off, but a body ran because we got to explain this to everybody that's not law.
Yeah, there's people
so
that don't
there's
know.
a 24-hour
Body ran.
clock. There's a 24-hour clock when you have a new admission inmate. That inmate has to be seen medically within 24 hours. That inmate has to be seen and processed
And
and
housed.
housed within 24 hours.
This is-
So when you have a 24-hour clock, that means that from the time that we receive the inmate in intake, he has to be seen by the clinic.
Changed out.
Multiple processes have to be done.
All his-
then he
all
is
his paperwork.
returned back to intake, and then he has to be housed. Let me say that for someone who has worked in new admission, I felt that the officers in MDC were extraordinary at getting the new admission process done. As someone who has been on Rikers Island for 12 years, I completed 12 years on Rikers Island, I was very, very enthused, and I felt like I'm working with people who know what they're doing because they understood that clock and they understood what needed to be done within that time frame.
Shout out Midnight Intake.
So shout out to
Wait,
NBC.
I won't just shout out, man. I'll shout out all intake.
Yeah, shout out all intake. Shout out
Each,
all
like I
intake.
said, each- each-
All of intake.
All-
Because the Midnights
All
were stuck
intake.
on the 7 to 3. So let's
Yeah.
be clear.
I'm just biased.
that
I'm just biased a little
They were
bit.
getting it done.
So
Yeah, you
shout
right,
out,
you
shout
right.
out to Intake, shout out to Clinic for working cohesively with each other. And
I worked
Yeah.
with anybody, and I took.
Yeah, shout out to
like I
all
said,
MDC.
Can I say something? I did not know that you guys had less than 5 years on the job.
Nobody knew
You
how much
guys
time
were
I had.
operating like people who were well versed, that had time, that were seasoned, that knew what they were doing.
People see
And I
these
just
gray
wanna
hairs
say
and
that.
automatically assume I got
I
10
feel
on.
I feel like that was a strong point.
That was a very strong point. Yes.
Because MDC, we was all young, or at least when I came out and went into MDC, Mac D NYC came out with me. We both went to MDC together. It was just like everything was
Because
cohesive.
what it
all
was is
fucked
we
with
was
each other.
about the job,
You were about getting it done.
getting it done. We didn't care. Like we were gonna make it happen one way or another.
We did our 16
Let me say
and
this,
we went
though.
out
We did
after.
our 16. Which
I
is
remember
crazy, right?
one
Our
time
16.
I was on the
16 hours
Midnight, and they had given me court production. And I remember
What
that
is core production?
court production is when you have to produce the inmate. The housing area officer at 04:15 hours is supposed to indicate that the inmate has been provided a shower, a shave, and a breakfast tray. That inmate is then produced to the intake. That inmate is then accounted for in intake and then will go out to his respective court area.
Okay.
Be it Bronx courts, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, wherever he's assigned to go based on where his.
So preparing him for court.
Correct.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that when I did court production went well. I worked with an officer, her name was Cruz. And one night in particular, we had produced all of the inmates, and they had backed up into the corridor. And they were like, oh my goodness, like you really.
Hold on. Can we give a special shout out to Cruz? She was a great officer.
Hi, Cruz. Yes.
Shout out,
I
Cruz.
love Cruz. I loved working with her.
As an officer, she was a great officer. She went to the 5.
Great officer.
She came from BK. She
Yes.
went to MDC, then went to the 5.
And on this particular night, we produced every single inmate. And it was so bad that it backed up into the corridor. And intake couldn't handle the influx of inmates that we had because we had no refusals.
So the both of y'all did your job
That's how it's supposed to be
to the
done.
T.
That's how it's supposed to be done. That's
Okay.
correct.
All right, cool. So, being that you answered that question like that, this brings me into my next question.
Okay, great.
I want to say let's go around the 5-year mark
Okay.
in your career in
Okay.
corrections
Okay.
and the last 5-year mark.
Oh.
What's the difference? Like, what was some of the differences you can say?
I can
good
tell
question.
you
It's a
that
good
the
question.
first 5
Wait,
years
I like
goes
that
by
question.
very
It's a good
fast.
I like that
It
question.
does.
I don't.
First 5 years
Wait.
goes by so fast.
I don't want it to be exactly framed that way. I want it to be the biggest differences between
The beginning and
your beginning and your end. Yeah.
Beginning
Yeah.
to end.
Yo,
The
first,
beginning-
wait. I will say this. Shout out to Adonis. He be coming up with the best questions. And a lot of them don't make the show because I usually cut in between them and I start shitting on people.
Like you about to do right now.
No. I'm going to let this one fly out. I'm going to let this one fly out.
You talking, you gonna cut it out, right?
No, I'm going to let this one fly out. I just needed to know. Like, I just needed. Because what he does, he comes up with the best questions, but they're not polished. I need him to be polished.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you the next question, being that you're giving your experience working with
Experience
officers
and
under.
time. Because remember, she's retired, so experience and time.
Yeah, but how she answered the previous question with her own experience, being that she had more years on the job working with officers at MDC who had less than 5 years on the job.
Okay.
So how do you differ your experience in the beginning of your correction career opposed to the ending of your corrections career?
The beginning, you're overzealous. You want to do everything right. You want to be a part of the blue team.
What you mean by blue team?
Blue team means that as a black female, you choose between being black and between being blue. And the truth is that being blue has to be your primary,
Go.
That's your
Goal.
bread and butter at the end of the day.
because that's what feeds your family.
Okay.
What I'm gonna say is that I tried to do everything right. I wanted to be the best officer I could be. I wanted to be a team player. I wanted to be someone that other people could feel like I could depend on her.
Okay.
Toward the latter part of my career, which I didn't know that it was going to end so soon, before my 20 years, I was tired.
Okay, I understand
Tired
that.
So-
meaning you
I was tired. I had sustained an injury that I had been working with for almost 7 years.
Wow.
okay.
I had a spinal injury that I had sustained in 2015. And so by 2022, I was tired. But that did not stop me from doing what needed to be done. And that was working with my team and ensuring that we kept care, custody, and control.
Care, custody, and control. DOC. That's what we do. Care, custody. And
No. Well, I will say this: it also changed to. Can't always even tell me what it changed to. It changed though. It's not care custody.
Oh, it changed? Oh, I didn't know that.
It's not care custody tribunal.
What is it?
I can't remember. I used to remember, but
So,
God damn, hold on.
So, based off.
Pura vida.
You said his name. E.
Ellie.
all right, so
God damn. We're gonna go with E.
E.
all right.
No, you're right with you.
E.
All right, so go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
All right, so you mentioned, having to be black and having to be blue.
It's a serious situation.
So before the show started, we was having a conversation, and this is the question that I wanted to ask. That's why I
Okay.
didn't want you. So this is just a general question, not
Okay.
about someone in particular.
Okay.
As a woman, how was it? Because what do you say? It's like 60% women in.
It's over
It-
60% now.
almost.
When I got on, it was 60%, 40%. 60% women, 40% male.
Okay, let's just use those numbers. 60% females on the job.
All right.
What was your experience working with females on the job?
So the difference is that I was on Rikers Island for 12 years. Working
Sorry,
with,
wait. Have you ever worked with female inmates before?
Yes.
All right, so can you give your
First female?
experience working with the inmates and then give your experience working with the
Okay.
officers?
So working with female inmates is a very different dynamic.
Okay.
Working with female inmates, you feel less danger. Because women talk, women argue, women are catty.
Yeah.
They right? And so it's just a matter of verbal commands and getting them to fall in line.
So, communication.
Correct. With male inmates, it's very different because those lines can cross from barriers that happen within the jail and outside of the jail. A lot of times, the male inmates have issues with each other that are external, which is outside of the facility.
Uh-huh.
And so that changes the dynamic,
Okay.
okay? So working with female inmates is very different from male inmates.
Okay.
So, could you say which one is easier? Like, is it easier working with
Working
the
with women,
females?
working with women is easy because as a female is not going to tell you what she's not going to do. A female is not going to be able to control or even put me in a position of feeling inferior or even feeling like she can get one over on me. No
Okay.
female is going to.
So, what you
No
trying to
female is
say-
going to make me feel that
So
way.
what you're trying to say is, working with males always try to give you the
Males
macho,
are more
the
dominant.
macho
Yes, that's
perspective. So
correct.
they
And
the
they're
ones
gonna
that
make
wanna
you feel-
run
yes.
everything. And even though you're an officer, they still want to put it on you that they are male and they could
Yes, that is
run
correct.
over you.
It's a very big difference.
So it's a big difference.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So now the bigger question is now working with female officers.
I'm gonna be
Yeah, I want to know the officer outlook, right? I don't really care too much about the inmate outlook because inmates is inmates, but I want to know how it is working with female officers because I feel like there's a lot of hate that goes down.
So let me say this. If you know who you are and you're secure within that, there should be no reason why you have a problem with female officers. I love
Are
female
you
officers.
talking about in the female perspective, like
Female
between
perspective,
female and female?
I have never had an issue with females.
Okay.
And that is because I know who I am. You either like me or you don't. There's no in between. There's no shades of gray.
Okay.
You either fuck with me or you don't. So for me, there are women that like me and there are women who dislike me. And so there's no lines in between. So those that have embraced me, that have worked with me, that have been in my clique, on my team, we have no issues. If you are a female that doesn't care for me or doesn't like me, it's because you don't know me. And possibly there might be an issue internally within yourself.
So could it be jealousy?
Possibly.
Wait. All right. There's jealousy between niggas and corrections.
So we didn't get there yet.
I know there's got to be jealousy between females and
I've
corrections.
never experienced it.
Oh, that's what I was getting to. That's
So
what
I've never
So-
experienced a female being jealous of me. What I've experienced
Nobody
is,
put shit on your locker.
I've never experienced that.
Gotcha.
I've had somebody fuck my man though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Like,
established
let's
that.
be clear. There's levels to what they'll do.
Okay.
That might make the show. It was.
I'm cool.
That is gonna
So-
make the show.
If you don't want that to make the show, tell me
It's
right
fine.
now. Okay.
So pretty much, it's been a neutral work experience as far as.
I have had one of the best experiences with women and with men on the job.
Okay.
I have been well received, and I have always been someone who is, hey girl, hey beautiful, how are you? I'm someone that's easy, mellow, and humble. So my experiences are going to be very different from someone who has experienced hate. But what I find is that a lot of the hate comes from females on this job who are selling.
Dayroom.
All right. So y'all.
So, my fault. I don't want to cut you off and shit. So being in that, you said it's a fine. Like, what do you mean by fine? Like, is it females paying like a supervisor or officer they gotta connect, or is it they just
There's
giving
levels-
themselves up?
There's levels to hoism, right?
Okay.
So
Facts.
either you come in on a job and you have an agenda. Your agenda is, I'm a fucking captain. I'm gonna be with a ADW.
Those are the best.
I'm gonna move up because if I secure
Move up the ranks,
if
meaning
I
like
no,
you
no,
go.
not move up the ranks, but I'm secure this baby so I can secure my finances.
Like I
So it's all about money.
hold on, yeah, no. If you watch like a few of the episodes, it's always.
It's about
It's
money.
levels.
I say wear a condom because 17%
Right?
is
Because
still
there's
17%.
levels. There's
That's
levels.
what I'm saying. So
Then you
it's
have
all
people
about
who-
money.
No,
So-
but you have some that go for the 17%, and you have some that go for the prestige. There's money, and then there's
Correct.
there's money,
So
and then
right now
there's-
she's talking about money.
there's ranks.
That's what I'm saying. Right now she's talking about money.
Fucking
Right?
captain.
So you have some who come on, they have an agenda. The agenda is, I'm going to come on this job, I'm going to sleep with somebody who makes more than I do, who is already tenured. Tenured is anyone who has 10 years plus that's already secured in their pension with NICERs. And so you have those. And then you have those that come on and shit, they fuck for free, right? So I'm just going to love you. I'm going to do the best that I can. I hope that you give me back what I'm giving you. And they end up being losers in the game.
So giving back though. So to keep going with this conversation, giving back, do you mean like if a female fucks, let's say like a captain, are you talking about like that female is expecting the captain to put her somewhere comfortable where she don't gotta deal with the regular bullshit that any correctional officer that first comes out gotta
If
deal
you're
with?
dealing with somebody who has time and you're dealing with somebody who has status, then that automatically should be, you should be accommodated. Right?
Okay.
But if you're an officer and I'm an officer, and I'm just looking for love, and I might be looking for love in all the wrong places, let's be clear, then I'm just sleeping with you to sleep with you, and I'm hoping that it all works out.
Wait. You said
So-
looking for love in the wrong places. I think
Yes.
they believe they are looking for love in the right places,
No.
or they are looking for the check in the right places.
No.
No, they looking for love
You have
in the right
you're looking
places.
you're looking for love in what you think is stable because of a career, because they have a job.
Shout out. Wait. A lot of chicks come on, and if they find a correction officer, a lot of correction officers are lame, and they will wife that, and they will make sure they are.
But employment doesn't determine if a dude is official. Let's
No,
be
it
clear.
does not, because corrections
I
hires
hate
everybody.
That guys come on, get a shield and ID, and now he's official. Like,
No. If you wasn't official,
either
but
you
without
a
the
fuck
shield and
nigga, right? Or
But that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for security. And as
Yeah.
long as he's a fuck nigga with the badge and the what you call it,
security,
he's secure.
so long as
it.
he doesn't get into use of force that takes his job.
No, as long as he keeps his job.
As
Not-
long as he doesn't get into a use
Don't say
or a
use.
situation.
Don't say use.
Let's say a
Because
situation.
I'm a nigga who gets
that
to
doesn't
use
take his
Yeah.
job. Because you can sit here and you can fuck a CEO.
I saw a
and
chick-
he can do something that could jeopardize that job.
But then he can also fuck multiple chicks and jeopardize that paycheck. Because I've seen a chick, this is what happened. A chick, I literally said, I wasn't wearing a condom, I was fucking a chick. This is going to make the edit. I'm saying that strong. Because I said, I was fucking a chick, and I said, yo, can I come in you? And she said, yes. Then I said, are you on birth control? And she said, no. Guess what didn't happen? But
Pulled out.
yeah, there's going to be a dude that's like, I don't care. And it's as long as he's getting that pussy, whatever, because as long as they see you
It's gonna be a crazy video.
as a valuable option of support, they will keep you. There are chicks that will look at you as a valuable option. Like I said, we're fourth on the list. There's actors, there's entertainers,
Basketball players.
basketball players, and then there's us. We're fourth on the list.
Because you are black men who are making over six figures.
Not just black men,
You're
it's
not black, because
but
I'm not
let's say
black.
black and brown.
black and brown men that are not
who
making
who are making significantly more money than the
Because
average citizen in New York.
The average
That is
CEO
correct.
is
That is
making
correct.
an easy 1.5.
That is correct.
And then, I mean, 1.5,
And that does not
150,000 a year.
include the variable supplement,
it's not
deferred comp, your nicest pension,
So we're fourth on the
and
list.
whatever other investments you
And what I
have,
will say is-
and outside employment.
And what I will say
Okay.
is that's why I believe that a lot of chicks fuck CEOs. There's badge bunnies. They call them badge bunnies. And I believe badge bunnies they run rapid in CEO world. And female CEOs will become rapid just so they can fuck with a CEO because they know what it's going to lead to.
No.
I seen today, yes.
No.
I seen a chick today, right? I seen a chick today.
That's
She
not
gave me
true.
the
Hold
she
on.
gave me the googly eyes today. Hold on. She gave me the
No.
googly eyes today. She has 3 kids.
You are
by-
6 feet. You are brown skinned. You are beautifully.
First of all,
well,
I am
stop.
handsome,
You
but
are beautifully black.
That does not keep
You
you.
appear to be a very good-looking man.
I am a good-looking
that
man.
looks like he can handle
see my
himself.
thighs.
That has a nice stature, and that if I'm walking down the street, a nigga
Once I get
is
rid of
not
these titties,
gonna
it's
run
a
up
wrap.
upon you. So to me, as a female from the hood, I'm gonna fuck with you because you give off the impression that if I'm with you, I'm safe.
All right.
So
But
what
that's
you saying
wait.
hold on.
There's-
I got you. So what you saying is because we
He's
have
gonna
a-
get pussy
have
too.
have a shield and ID. That's what female look for as for protection.
Well, I said we're fourth. We're fourth on that list.
But that's what I'm saying.
You
But
can't
she's
say
talking
that
about
'cause you have
protection.
a professional. You have somebody who has a shield, an ID, who is under 4'5". I mean 5'4". I don't know how tall he is. He's probably 5 foot.
Okay.
Right? 120 pounds.
I don't feel safe with that person.
I don't want to say.
I don't feel safe with that person.
But-
I want somebody who is street savvy, somebody who has a legal earning.
And we're not
coming
talking
in.
bad about my man as a professional.
Not at all. A legal earning.
And he would-
somebody, like, let me just say
he would
this.
try to
If
ride
I
that
walk
ass.
down the street with you, I feel like the average nigga's not gonna run down on you. Like, I feel pretty safe fucking with you.
Well,
Okay?
You should.
Right, and I would. So with that being said, right, I'm not gonna just go out and walk down the street with a fashion, because that wouldn't be safe for me. I'm gonna walk down the street with someone like you, who I feel safe and secure with.
So your perspective.
But let's not say that because a man's height and weight
I'm about to get
is
to
going to
Oh, no.
secure security.
Oh, no, height and weight matter.
Because in corrections,
Height and
hold
weight
on,
matter.
wait,
Don't do
hold on,
that.
hold on,
Don't
wait,
do that.
hold on, let me
Height and
finish.
weight matter.
Hold on, let me finish because if you're in corrections,
You know.
let's hold on.
Adonis, I'm
Let's
gonna let you get to it. But the nigga over here saying he don't think it matters, but he's also 6'4".
Exactly.
And that's good, but that's good.
Niggas get busy.
Exactly. I've seen.
No. We can say that
Yes.
because we have an officer. We have an officer that's
But
coming
he
up.
better be official.
Dayroom.
All right, so we're back.
Dayroom
We're
Daily.
back. Dayroom Daily. So I just want to be authentic on the camera. I want to be authentic with the camera.
Yes.
We just had at least a 20-minute back and forth just now. I want to be real authentic. I'm not going to say what the conversation was about, but this is how real it gets. And, you know, every time I'm talking to somebody about this show, I tell them, Mac minimizes the episodes that y'all see so much
Facts.
that
The edit is
yes,
real.
it gets so
Edit
crazy.
is real.
I wish that they can see that argument, but you know, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that for something else.
To piggyback off that,
I got
to be
naked on
honest,
camera. I don't want
it's-
everybody to see that. I got a little
It's
dick.
a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes that we actually edit out
gets
because
real and it gets
we
heated,
can't
okay?
throw it out there because that officer is not here.
Yes.
So
Defend themselves.
we want that
Right, and
that
I can't
officer
defend
on the
themselves.
show so they could
That's right.
defend themselves based off what we have to say. Because remember,
Bozo
this show,
moments.
this show, Dayroom Daily, straight out from NYC, is talking about
This is good.
our experience through our eyes, and that's it. That's
Mitch
all
is
it
out
is.
here.
Our eyes and our experience. It's nothing else but that. You know what I'm saying? So people look at the show and think, oh, this person said this, so that means that officer is this. It's not that. It's just our experience and our eyes. That's all it is.
And Mitch
so
is out here right now.
speaking to an officer, interviewing this officer, is so that they could tell their side of the story.
Correct.
So if you feel like, if you're an officer and you feel like you getting attacked, come on the show
If you have
and tell your
comments,
fucking story.
questions, and
You know what I'm saying?
concerns,
Exactly.
reach out.
Come on the show.
Let
Tell your fucking story. Because we just had a 20-minute conversation going back and
That
forth.
wasn't a conversation.
This podcast, no.
Argument,
You
disagreement,
wanna have your
fucking
voice heard.
whatever you want to say.
That was a
We sat
battle.
here for 20 minutes just going back and forth, and we going to edit all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So if you an officer in corrections, NYPD, FDNY, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, it don't fucking matter. If you an officer, you feel like you getting attacked, come on the fucking show and tell your side of the story so we could get both sides of the story. Because there's always two sides to the story.
Exactly.
All right. So,
Three sides, but we
on
want the
top
second
of that,
side.
Your
back to
side,
what the
their
fuck.
side, and the truth.
Exactly.
Correct.
Back to what the fuck we was talking about.
Dayroom.
So we was basically talking about you know, female officers, and you know, well, we all grown.
First of all, you gotta stop saying you know. That's your number one word.
All right. All right.
You're not gonna do it, but
So the idea
Okay.
of selling pussy.
Can we stop saying selling pussy?
That's what I'm saying.
I have to say selling it.
The idea,
Okay.
I got you. The idea of paying a fine is what you said
Paying
at
a
first.
fee, period.
Paying a fee. The idea of paying a fee, it could be through money, it could be through a
Sexual
female
favors.
giving out her vagina, or how they want to call it now.
A sexual
special
favor.
role.
hold on, it could also be
Or
a
it
dude.
could
It
be
could be a dude
also,
giving out his
it could
dick.
also be a male. I got you. It could also be a male. There's, you know, fucking a supervisor, another
said-
officer that got a hook. It don't matter.
I have
This
to want
is
to get the
what
hook,
we
trying to
talking
hook
about.
myself up. I was trying to find myself an ADW to hook. My dick wasn't that good. I never made it that far.
I can't.
So we all agree that, you know, both male COs and female
Males
COs
and females. it
both
don't matter.
indulge in
Opportunists
are opportunists.
are opportunistic.
Not all, but
Not all,
there are some.
but are opportunistic
Uh-huh.
and will find a way to get in to improve their lifestyle, to improve their finances.
Hold on, and we also agree that nobody on this panel that's on this camera right now has ever done that.
No,
I've never done that.
Nobody-
I've been
nobody-
a loser.
Nobody that's on this show today.
A loser
has
at
never done
love.
that.
I have been a loser at love. Correct.
I'd have had you winning.
No, don't have me winning.
I'd have had you winning. I'd have just. I'd
All right,
have
so
had
I'm a
fuck-
loser.
Let's
Because
get
Alright.
into it. Let's
I-
get
I have a. All right, so
I take people
Question,
as they
question.
are.
I gotta
So-
start lying.
Adonis got a question.
I
Give me a
believe
second.
that-
No, wait. Adonis has a question. Let
Yeah.
Adonis ask his question.
all right, so let's move
First of
on.
all, Adonis, you be having the best questions. They be getting cut and edited. OD.
All right, so let this one rock, bro.
I'm gonna try.
All right,
This is a
so
good show.
I got. So this is a little off the topic we just came out of.
Okay.
So you say you 15 years, right? In your 15 years, have you ever been assaulted?
No.
Never been assault attempt, nothing.
Hold
I
on, hold on,
like-
hold on.
Yes.
Time
I
out.
like my question better.
Attempted, yes.
Yeah,
Why you asking?
time out, bro. Give me a second, bro.
I'll let you go.
Yes.
Before we get into that, in all honesty, I want to know because it's a difference between a female that works to get to where she's at and a female that got the knee pads on or just give it up to any supervisor or
Wait,
anyone.
wait. No,
it's
no.
a difference.
I
so
like
my
it.
thing
Go
is,
ahead.
my thing is, do you feel like you was I don't want to say you in particular, but do you feel like there's like a alpha female in the building that is just like, yo, nah, this my dude right here. You can't fuck with him.
There are females that are
Delusional.
definitely delusional.
Okay.
And I also believe that, like myself, if I'm dealing with you, then you are my man. The person or the people that I dealt with, I was in a steady relationship with. So anything that they did outside of that relationship was a violation. But I do believe that women come on this job and do definitely have an agenda, just like men.
I want to ask you this. Have you ever fucked to get an advancement?
No.
An advancement like
Okay.
But-
So
Dayroom.
right.
Go ahead, wait.
I thought that.
all right.
So-
So
Go ahead.
all right. So let's dive into your on the job experience, but your outside life.
Okay.
So you're a mother.
Yes.
What was that like, raising a daughter while
Hard.
on the job?
Hard.
Matter of fact, to
Extremely
add,
difficult.
hold on, just to add to what he said, your mother, we all, like you said, so we know. Is there a difference from when you first started and from when you ended your job as a correctional officer?
Yes, when I transitioned from male to female inmates, I realized that having a daughter, it changed everything. My perspective changed everything. What I never wanted my daughter to do was a deep knee bend. I never wanted her to be an inmate. I never wanted her to be arrested. I never wanted her to be incarcerated. I never wanted her to go through that process. So seeing what females do, what they go through, and let's be clear, a lot of the female inmates are incarcerated because they were associated with a crime. They didn't necessarily do the crime, but they were associated with the crime. So I remember one time my daughter, who went to school downtown Brooklyn, said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna go shopping with the girls at Macy's." And I said, "Do you have money for Macy's?" And she said to me, "Well, no, but I'm just gonna go with them." And I'm like, "What if they boost? Like, you'll be an accessory to that charge." And I said, "You can't go." And I remember when I got home, I went on Facebook, and my daughter had checked into Facebook, and she had went to that Macy's. And I beat her because
Allegedly, we're not gonna say that.
She
No.
was disciplined.
Yeah, she was
Discipline.
God.
I'm sorry. No, you can't say that.
What do you want me to say?
you
Discipline.
I
She was-
disciplined her
You disciplined your daughter
because
for disobeying your.
after having seen what female inmates go
Because
through.
wait. You know why I gotta say that shit? Because you know damn well what you was up to at her age.
No,
It's
I didn't
different from back then till
it was
now,
very
though.
Different. My era is different.
You're right.
But I disciplined her to say, I don't want you to ever be in a situation where you can be caught up just because you were associated with somebody.
Okay.
You understand? Association is just as great as having done the act. And that was it. That was something that I definitely wanted to implement in my home.
So, to keep going with this conversation,
Okay.
do you feel like you as a NYPD officer that turned into a correctional officer, do you feel like that placed a little fear of what your
Yes.
daughter could become?
Absolutely. Because the streets are so prevalent. Like, the streets are so influential. And being that I was always at work, I didn't know if my absenteeism at home would affect her You know what I mean? Like I didn't know
I
if
got
me
you.
not being there. was-
You not being there means you getting
Correct.
you at work working 16 hours
Yes.
out of the day, so
Would
you
affect
can't.
her.
Yeah,
Correct.
so you didn't know how that was gonna affect her physically, mentally,
I was
emotionally.
That the parenting that I did was just enough to keep her a good kid.
And did she turn out as a good kid in your opinion?
She's a great person.
Dayroom.
All right.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so with all that being said, like, do you regret having your child at the time that you was in law enforcement?
I do because I wasn't there. I was always stuck at work.
So
I
what-
was always at work, and so my only solitude was that I had my mother. My mother was always there to be there for her, which is why they have a great relationship. I always felt guilty that I was always at work making the money, and the bottom line is I only went to corrections for the money. I thought that making money meant I was going to give her a better life. I didn't equate that to being absent.
So with the
My lifestyle now.
because there may be some young mothers, you know, or mothers period,
Hold on,
and
hold on,
also
yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, bro, he wants to include. Go ahead, go ahead.
Let this-
all right. So I'm sure there may be young mothers, mothers period, or fathers on the job wanting to get on the job, listening
had
right
kids
now.
the same
What-
age you had kids
what-
and all that.
Not so age or the
Not the
time.
same age. Go ahead.
Yeah, not the same age.
You
or
have to find balance. The balance is that you have to be able to do this job and do it in a way where you can come home safely and then still find the time to give your children the vital things that they need, which is you want to give them moral fiber, you want to give them principles,
Support.
you want to give them support, you want to give them the things that they need so that they can be the best person they can be. So you have to find the balance. This job, unfortunately, if you're doing 18 to 20 to 30 hours on a post, doesn't give you that opportunity. So now what you have to pray for, that you have a supportive partner, that you have a parent,
Some type of support
a
system.
grandparent, some type of support system that allows you to still implement your moral fiber into your child.
I have a question for everyone, and tell me what y'all think about this, because I always ask my boy, shout out to JV, because I always have a conversation with him
So
about
put
the
it.
podcast.
So if you got an answer for his question right now, put it in the comments so we can answer it on the next show.
What's your question?
So to everyone, my boy, he asked me the other day, would you rather be a father who, you know, always at work and can provide for your child or mother, or would you rather be a parent who doesn't have it but you're always there for your child?
I'd rather not have it and be there for my child, because what I learned is that when I wasn't on this job, I accepted what I could afford with what I could provide,
Okay.
and my child she felt whole with what I could provide as a mother. When I made more money, when I could provide materialistic things for her, but I wasn't there, I think that disconnect happened because she felt like, oh, you can give me all the things that I want, but you can't physically be here to see my accomplishments.
And I will say there
And
is
that's
no
a struggle.
there is
That's a
no
struggle.
right answer to this question.
That's the struggle between parenting.
and child.
Correct.
So it's either you make
Give
the,
a-
in
you
your
give a-
opinion,
Yes.
in your opinion, is either you make the money,
Money.
to support, or
Or not
you
be
you
there.
there, or you
You're there
there,
broke.
but you can't support.
Correct.
You're there and
yes.
broke and can't support, or
Okay.
you're
So
not there and you can support.
And
Exactly.
unfortunately,
There's no
the
in
time
between.
that we live in now, these kids are so big on name brands. They're
Exactly.
so big on what you can do, how they can stunt, how they can flaunt. And so what happens is you fall victim to, let me make the money so I can give them
what they want.
everything that they want versus what they actually need.
Hold on. I love this episode. Close me out.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the same closeout question. This is gonna be my closeout question for everyone that comes on, and I'm
Hold on,
interviewing
no.
them.
I got a good question that
Okay,
just
go
came
ahead.
through.
Okay, go ahead.
We about to end the episode.
Yeah, we're about to. But the question was, you you came to corrections for the money. You wanted the money for corrections. Were you happy with that decision as an end result for you and your child?
Absolutely not. This was the worst decision that I ever made. I wanted to be a
Fuck, I
ninth-
did not think that was going there.
I wanted to be a ninth grade English teacher. I wanted to give back to black youth. I wanted to do other things. I came on this job and I learned that I lost myself. I learned that there's no such thing as loyalty. I learned that the few people that I've been able to keep in touch with have been real ones, but they're very few and far between. And I've learned that I've had to rediscover who I wanted to be.
Wait, I gotta ask you this.
Of
Was
course.
it the forced overtime that made you, or let's say if you worked a straight 9 to 5 there, would that have been
I got caught up in the life of
the
corrections.
lifestyle of corrections?
I got caught up in the lifestyle. I got caught up in wanting to be a part of something that I never was supposed to be a part of.
So it wasn't beneficial to you.
It wasn't beneficial. It was beneficial in that my daughter has no student loans.
Okay.
Right? It was beneficial in that I have a great credit score. It was beneficial in that financially I can take care of myself. It was beneficial financially in terms of who I am as a person, in terms of what I can give back, in terms of the things that I want to
It
be
made
able
sense
to,
at the
right.
time.
It made sense
Uh-huh.
at the time. And
But-
you're
and,
talking about a time 15 years ago,
We're talking
right?
about. Wait, I want to talk. I don't want to talk about the time 15 minutes. I want to talk about what do you call that? And foresight, not foresight.
It is foresight. It's your
not-
third eye. Your third eye
Yeah,
sees.
but no, it's not. It's what you see later on. Give me a second. I'm gonna come up with it. It's
What this had.
hindsight. In hindsight,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
in hindsight, you can see that you might have wanted to make different decisions.
Correct.
And I get that. Now, and
I
I'm,
love
I'm
this
still,
job.
I'm still not in a hindsight
I
position.
love this
'cause
job.
I love the job.
I love what this job has been able to do. I love the fact that, I'm going to be honest, the young women that I see come on this job, they know what they want and what they don't want. They are very clear about what they require, which is very different from my generation. I love the fact that the men on this job come on here and say, listen, I want to ball out of control. I want to spend money. I want to be on a yacht. I want to pop bottles. I want to buy a house. I want to buy bitches. I love that. I love that the conviction of the people that come on now, they know what they want. When I came on, you're talking about 2008, still trying to figure myself out, still trying to figure out where I was at in the world.
So with you saying that, right? Do you feel like nowadays the people that join corrections, they don't know what they want, or it's just
No, the people
some
in corrections
know,
today know what
and
they
some
want.
people
First of all-
don't?
They actually come on this job. They know that they want to make 6 figures. They know that they want to make the money. They want to make that bank legally.
But what
And
it
they
is-
know that what they want to do is do enough to do their job and get the fuck out.
Dayroom.
All right. So
Straight out of NYC, fucking DRD, Dayroom Daily. You already know what it is. Come on
All right,
here,
so-
talk your shit, and you be good.
all right. So in closing, we want to close out on the same question that I want to ask everyone. When
No, it was a good episode,
so
it was
we
good.
I said since the first episode.
No, I'm gonna
from the
cut-
first
trust me,
episode.
it was a good
We're
episode.
not here to bash DOC.
We're not here
We're
to
just
bash.
here for people to tell their story.
That is correct.
On or off the job. So, with that being said, what do you feel that DOC has added to your life?
DOC has given me the ability to have my child have no student loans.
Okay.
DOC
Which
has
is
given me-
which is
Hold on, hold on,
beneficial
hold on.
nowadays.
Yeah, go ahead.
has given me the ability to afford not worrying about what the bill is, right? DOC has given me the ability to say that for the rest of my life, I will be okay financially. The financial security, the medical security, the ability to take care of myself and now pursue outside entities is something that you won't get anywhere else. You won't get that in private sector. Private sector is not going to give you the luxury of working 20 years and bowing out and saying, I've done my part. Okay?
You gotta keep working.
Public sector doesn't give you that, but private sector will say, you know what? You got to work till you're 72, till you're 75. No, I'm 43 and I'm retired. Yes, I have an
Talk
injury.
your shit.
Yes, I have an injury.
We're not-
Yes, that
we
injury.
can't add that in.
I don't care. Yes, this injury has been incurred from this job. But guess what? It gave me the ability to provide for my family, to be able to live a comfortable lifestyle, to be able to provide, to be able to buy property outside of New York, to be able to continue to go on and do things that I want to do. That's just the truth.
Clap now.
And that's what everybody wants nowadays.
And there you have it, Dayroom Daily. Today's episode, we had KB. Thank you for coming out.
Sexy KB. Say it again.
So you guys sexy
Sexy
KB, Adonis, Chulo, aka Papi, Mac D NYC, and La Patica out here. So you already know what it is.
How was
All
that?
right, good show.
Was that good?
Dayroom.